Season brings, fills your heart and makes you sing. Build a frosty if there's snow. Hide your out before you go.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to Bookmas Day 7. In today's video, I'm going to show you my TBR for 2025 and I'm really excited for this video. I've been really reminiscing about the books that I wanted to read this year, but honestly, like 2024 has gone so fast that I was not ready for Bookmas, but I guess we're doing it. And second of all, I was not ready to pick another 2025 TBR or like pick new goals. Like, what do you mean I need to do all that again? So I don't have like a huge TBR for this year because I really want to focus on certain books that I did not read last year. So let's jump into my TBR. These are the physical books that I want to read and some of them I don't own, but I really want to get to, or at least like I have a curiosity to like see what's up, you know? But we're gonna focus on the ones that I already have. So the first book that I want to read is Little Women. This is one of the books that I was not able to read this year and that I definitely want to read next year. It's one of my favorite movies of all time and it literally doesn't make sense for me not to read it. I'm sure that I'm going to love it because I know the story so well already. Obviously, like reading the book, it's way better than the movie, I'm sure of it. But yeah, so I really want to get to reading Little Women. I hope I will. I really hope I will. A series that I really want to take my time into reading and not really rush into it. The Magnolia Park series. I also have the second one, but it's over there and I did not pick it, but that's also included in this and I'm very excited. I think there's going to be a sixth book. How many are they? One. Yes. There's going to be a sixth book, which is going to be Daisy Hates. I still have not read the second book, so I don't know anything about Daisy Hates, whatever. But anyways, like there's going to be a sixth book coming out. I don't know if it's going to come out this year, but if that's, I will try to attempt to finish all the rest of the books at the time of like the release of that one, but I'm not sure if it's going to be released this year. Anyways, speaking of book release, I know that the new Emily Henry book is coming out this year and I still have to read 3 of the books from her. I have to read Book Lovers, People We Meet on Vacation, and Funny Story. And I also want to read People We Meet on Vacation before the movie comes out, which I don't know when that is, but they're filming it at so many behind the scenes pictures, so it looks like it is going to be released maybe in 2025. And obviously I want to read Book Lovers. I have big high hopes for this one and I want to read obviously Funny Story so that I'm done with Emily Henry and I just have to wait for the new releases of her books. Speaking of new releases, I discovered a new author that I really love. I mean, I read just one book from her and that's my entire point, but I really loved Just for the Summer by Abby Aminez and I want to read every single book from her. This year I have 2 already, but I know she has like a different series as well. This is also part of the series, Part of Your World series, but she also has another series, which I think the book Friend Zone is in there, but I'm not sure. I think it is, but I'm not sure. But anyways, I really want to read every single Abby Aminez book that she has. So that's what I was talking about with the authors. Like there is like a theme on authors and I want to read every single Abby Aminez book. Also, speaking of new releases as well, Abby Aminez is coming out with a new book. I don't know when. I don't remember the name of it, but I've seen it on her Instagram story and I'm really excited about it. I loved Just for the Summer. It's probably up to now is one of my favorite books of the year. So I loved it so much and I am so excited to read more from her because honestly, like I love that book and I'm sure that I'm going to love more from her. Speaking of another author, I think I do own every single book that she published. Firstly, I really want to get to this big boy over here, which is Babel by Arif Kwong. I have heard obviously so many great things about this author and this book specifically. I'm really excited to get to it. I don't know what it is, but I have like really high hopes and I really want to enjoy it so much. Like I literally picture myself reading this book and like in the most like cozy way possible and also just like annotating it and just like taking my time and all that. So I'm very excited to finally hopefully getting to read Babel. I'm also thinking about like actually doing reading vlogs specifically for this book and other books. I just feel like when I do reading vlogs, I pay more attention to the books that I'm reading for some reason. Like I process my thoughts whenever like I stop reading and because I have to say it on camera, so I feel like I'm processing it a little bit more. I don't know if that makes sense, but I feel like if I really want this book to have its own video, also for me to be looking back. Like this is gonna be like one of my first historical fantasies I'm gonna read, so I'm very excited for that. And speaking of Arif Kwang, I also have Yellowface. It is about like the editorial business and everything like that. Like I'm not really sure exactly like in detail what it is about. I got it last year in London and I don't know, I'm not really looking forward to it, but honestly if I end up loving the other books from her, I'll probably gonna be reading this. I don't know, I have good faith in this woman, so I'm very excited for that. And then I am really excited, obviously, it's one of the most popular books from her. Honestly, every single book from her I think is popular. I'm really excited to read The Poppy War. This is one of the series that I'm most looking into. Like every time that I look at my shelves, I look at those books and I'm like, I want to read them so badly, but I'm also terrified, but I'm also like intimidated by them. But at the same time, I feel like, I don't know, I just have to have the courage to get into them. And once again, I really want to do like a separate, just like specific reading vlog for them as well, like just reading those. And I don't know, I'm really excited for them. I've heard so many great things, like a lot of people that have read like so many fantasies, which like I don't relate to that. Like I've read fantasies, but like not many, but like people that have read so many fantasies have put this like in the top 3, so like it's probably really good. So I'm really excited for this, and you're probably gonna see a reading vlog about those. And I've been saying it for so long that I wanted to read The Poppy War, so might as well do so. Speaking of something that I've read, that I've told myself that I was going to read millions of times and I still have not done that. Honestly, it's kind of embarrassing of how many times I've said it, specifically to myself, but also on camera. Like I've said it so many times for I don't know how long. I don't even know. I think it's multiple years that I've had this book and I still have not read it. Kind of embarrassing. But I need to read those. I need it. I need to read those. I feel like those will change my life, as well as Babel and as well the Poppy War series. Like I need to read those. If I don't, oh my gosh, if I don't, I'm just gonna sell them. Like I'm gonna give it one more year, especially the first one. Like I'm not expecting myself to read this one as well, but like especially the first one. If I'm not going to read this book this year, I'm going to sell it because it is embarrassing. Like I remember I was back in Montreal and that was 2022. It's 2025. So I've had this for more than 1 year and it's crazy to me, and I need to read this. I need to read this absolutely. If I don't, I'm gonna be so mad at myself because it's honestly embarrassing the amount of times I've told myself that I was going to read it and the amount of times I put it in TBRs and never looked at it once, or at least like I'm staring at it but I keep like, I don't know, just like whatever. So anyways, we're done with the physical TBR. Like I have screenshotted some books that I would love to get to just because I've heard so many great things about it and I think that I'm going to really enjoy it. So first things first, I want to read some of Frederick Beckman books, specifically Beartown. I've heard so many people just like talking about this book and honestly it seems like out of my alley. I think it's something that I'm going to really enjoy. Anxious People, I've heard it multiple times, but I know that Beartown has also another book, so I think it's part of a series, but I'm not really sure. I don't know a lot about it, but anyways, like I really want to read at least Beartown, but I want to get to know this author as well because I feel like he's really interesting. Another book that I actually already own, but I did the wrapping all my TBR, all the books that I want to read, and I don't know where it is it? So, and I want to do more videos with like the wrapping, so I'm just gonna tell you, but I really want to read Kingdom of the Wicked. I don't know what it is, but I feel like I have a connection to that series. I don't know why, but like I've been wanting to read it for so long, specifically like last month, like in the month of, we're in November now, but like in the month of October and even this month I wanted to read it, but like I was working on videos and I was reading specific videos and like I could not read that one, and honestly that's gonna change that next year. Like I really want to read more for pleasure other than just like filming, you know, even though I did not film that much this year, but anyways, but yeah, Kingdom of the Wicked, the series, I really want to read it. It's part of a series. I'm honestly being obsessed with series lately. I read Caraval back to back, like the first and the second and third, and I think that's the best method for me because I get through the entire series so fast instead of just like reading the first one and then like starting another one and then just like distracting myself. Like just being in the world and reading like series back to back, I think that's the best thing for me. And I did the same thing with the Chestnut Spring series. I literally read back to back that one as well, and I don't know, I feel like that's the best method for me for some reason. So Kingdom of the Wicked series, really excited for that one. And then I really want to get to Jade City. That is one of the books that I'm a little skeptical about. Like I really want to get to, like I really even wanted to purchase it, but I'm like, it is like science fiction if I'm not mistaken, but it's like definitely something that I'm not familiar with, but at the same time, or dystopian. Is it dystopian? I don't know, but like it's not something I'm very like obsessed with. Like for example, even back in the day when the Hunger Games was like a big thing, or Divergent, like I was not a super fan. Like I'm more of a Harry Potter girl and less of the other. Like I like old fantasy. Like I like fantasy that's set in the past, if that makes sense. But I want to still try it because you never know, maybe I'm gonna really enjoy it and I don't even know that. So that is definitely something that I'm looking forward to. So Jade City, or more maybe like dystopian fantasies or like CFI fantasies, let me know in the comments if you know more, because I would definitely want to go towards that like discovery. Like I really wanted to get to that this year, just like read more like dystopian and CFI, because I feel like I'm going to enjoy it, but I don't know because I'm not familiar with it. All right, and then another series that I'm really curious about. Like I keep seeing it and it keeps popping up, and I remember also back in Montreal when I used to live there and I used to go to Indigo there, I used to see this series all the time, the fantasy section, Zodiac Academy. That is something that I'm really like looking into because I'm a big astrology girly. I love astrology so much, and also the first book is like with the Gemini, and I'm a Gemini. Why are there the zodiac signs, you know? Like I want to, maybe I'm gonna love it. Maybe like the magic system with like the different zodiac signs. I don't know what it is. I don't know why. I don't know why it is called that, but I'm very excited to find out. And there are literally like 12, so of the 12 signs, I'm assuming. So I don't know, I'm very excited for that, and I don't own any of the books, but I definitely want to look more into it because maybe I'm going to really enjoy them since I'm already a very much astrology girly. That is all for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. This is a Bookmas Day 7. We have 5 more videos to go and I'm really excited for what's coming. They're going to be great videos. I'm very happy and pleased with how this Bookmas is going, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video and all the rest, and subscribe for more of the Bookmas. I'll see you guys tomorrow with a brand new video, and yeah, see ya.
Fills your heart and makes you see. Build a frosty affair.